the Nevada desert, a place of stark beauty where the silence whispers secrets on the wind. Out here, under a canopy of a million stars, reality itself seems to shift. It's a land of forgotten towns, ghost stories whispered around campfires and legends that refuse to die. Travelers come from all corners of the world, drawn by the allure of the unknown. Some seek fortune in the glittering casinos, while others crave adventure on the open road. But be warned, what you find in Nevada might change you forever. For hidden beneath the surface of this rugged landscape are mysteries that defy explanation. Our first stop takes us to the neon-lit streets of Elko, a town steeped in Wild West history. Here, amongst the casinos and saloons, a restless spirit seeks solace. His name? Handsome Henry. They say he was a charmer, a card sharp, a man who lived life on his own terms until it all came crashing down. Now his spectral silhouette haunts the very place where his life was cut short. But Nevada's mysteries extend far beyond the bright lights of its cities. Deep in the desolate south, near the heavily guarded gates of Area 51, lies the tiny town of Rachel. This is a place where whispers of government conspiracies and alien encounters fill the air. Above Rachel's lonely streets, strange lights appear with alarming regularity. Are they experimental aircraft, weather phenomena, or something far more extraordinary? Join us as we speak to the witnesses, examine the evidence, and delve into the heart of Nevada's most enduring mysteries. The Elko of the 1920s was a place where fortunes were made and lost in the blink of an eye. Miners, fresh from the gold and silver mines, poured into the town's saloons and gambling dens, eager to spend their hard-earned wages. The clinking of glasses, the whirring of roulette wheels, and the raucous laughter of card players filled the air. It was a time of excess, a time of indulgence, a time when anything felt possible. And at the heart of it all stood Handsome Henry. With his slicked-back hair, piercing blue eyes, and a smile that could charm the birds from the trees, Henry was a legend in his own time. A natural gambler with nerves of steel, he moved from table to table, racking up winnings with an almost supernatural ease. But you know, beneath his charming exterior, some whispered, lurked a darkness, a ruthlessness that could surface without warning. For Henry, life was just another gamble. He played fast and loose with the hearts of women, leaving a trail of broken promises and shattered dreams in his wake. He wasn't afraid to bend the rules, to stack the deck in his favor, even if it meant crossing the wrong people. And in a town like Elko, where passions ran high and grudges ran deep, making enemies was all too easy. But Henry, blinded by his own success, seemed oblivious to the danger swirling around him. He believed his luck was invincible, that fate would always smile upon him. He was wrong. One sweltering night at the commercial casino, Handsome Henry sat down for a high-stakes poker game. Jake Olson, burning with jealousy and rage, watched Henry closely. Suddenly, a gunshot shattered the night. Chaos erupted. When the smoke cleared, Henry lay motionless, his legend just beginning. Now, we leave the neon-drenched streets of Elko behind and journey deep into the Nevada desert, towards a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. A place where the stars seem to hang a little lower, and the silence is broken only by the howl of the wind. This is Rachel, Nevada, a tiny town with a big secret. Nestled on the edge of the Nellis Air Force Range, home to the infamous Area 51, Rachel has become a magnet for those who look to the skies for answers. UFOlogists, conspiracy theorists, and curious travelers from across the globe converge on this remote outpost, drawn by the promise of the unknown. Life in Rachel is different. The locals are a hardy bunch, accustomed to the isolation and the strange occurrences that have become part of everyday life. They'll tell you stories, tales whispered around campfires of strange lights in the sky, unexplained phenomena, and encounters that defy explanation. But be warned, to spend any time in Rachel is to invite the unknown into your life. It's a place where skepticism is challenged, and where even the most rational minds find themselves questioning what they thought they knew. The Little Alien is more than just a diner. It's the heart of Rachel, a gathering place for locals and visitors alike to share stories, compare notes, and speculate about the mysteries that surround them. The air crackles with a nervous energy, a sense of anticipation that something extraordinary is just around the corner. Step inside, and you'll find yourself surrounded by evidence of Rachel's unique place in the world. The walls are plastered with photographs, newspaper clippings, and handwritten accounts of UFO sightings dating back decades. Listen closely, and you'll hear whispers of strange lights dancing across the desert sky, of objects moving at impossible speeds, of encounters that defy explanation. Some dismiss these tales as the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by too much time spent under the desert sun. But for those who have witnessed these events firsthand, there's no doubt that something extraordinary is happening in the skies above Rachel. They speak in hushed tones of their experiences, their eyes wide with a mixture of fear and awe. And as the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the desert floor, the anticipation in the Little Alien grows palpable. For it's at night, under the cover of darkness, that the real show begins. As darkness descends on Rachel, a palpable sense of anticipation hangs heavy in the air. Tourists and seasoned UFO hunters alike gather along the extraterrestrial highway, their eyes fixed on the vast expanse of the night sky. Out here, far from the city lights, the stars blaze with an unnatural intensity, creating a breathtaking spectacle that both inspires and unnerves. Then it begins. A flicker on the edge of vision, a faint glow that grows steadily brighter. Whispers ripple through the crowd as the light resolves itself into a distinct shape, moving silently across the sky. Is it a satellite, a meteor, or something far more extraordinary? As the object draws closer, its movements become more erratic, defying the laws of physics as we know them. It darts back and forth, hovering silently one moment, then shooting across the sky with impossible speed the next. Gasps and cries of astonishment erupt from the onlookers, their cameras clicking furiously as they try to capture evidence of what their eyes can scarcely believe. For some, it's a moment of awe and wonder, a glimpse into a realm beyond our understanding. For others, it's a chilling confirmation of their deepest fears, proof that we are not alone in the universe. Over the years, the residents of Rachel have become accustomed to the strange lights in the sky. But some encounters are more difficult to dismiss, leaving witnesses shaken and honestly forever changed. Take, for instance, the story of Sarah, a waitress at the Little Alien who had an experience she'll never forget. It was a late night, and Sarah was driving home along the desolate stretch of highway that connects Rachel to the outside world. The only sounds were the hum of her engine and the mournful cry of coyotes in the distance. Suddenly, her headlights flickered and her radio crackled to life with a deafening static. Then she saw it. A massive triangular craft, its edges outlined in pulsating lights, hovered silently above the road ahead. Sarah slammed on the brakes, her heart pounding in her chest as the object drifted closer, bathing her car in an eerie white light. For what felt like an eternity, she sat frozen, paralyzed by a mixture of fear and fascination. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, the craft shot straight up into the night sky, vanishing without a trace. Sarah's story is just one of many. Local rancher Hank still vividly remembers the night a beam of intense light emanated from a disc-shaped object hovering over his cattle, leaving a strange, circular pattern scorched into the earth. To this day, he refuses to let his animals graze in that particular pasture. In the heart of Nevada, where the desert stretches endlessly towards the horizon, the line between legend and reality blurs. For those who live in the shadow of Area 51 and the ghostly tales of Elko, the unexplained isn't just a campfire story. It's woven into the fabric of their lives. Imagine growing up in a place where whispers of UFO sightings and ghostly apparitions are as commonplace as talk of the weather, where children trade stories of strange lights in the sky and locals recount their own encounters with the paranormal with a mixture of fear and acceptance. This is everyday life in Nevada, where the extraordinary has become strangely ordinary. It's a place where skepticism and belief exist in a constant state of tension, where even the most hardened cynic can't help but feel a shiver down their spine when they look up at the vast, star-filled sky. For many, living with the unexplained fosters a sense of humility, a recognition that there are forces at work beyond our comprehension. It's a reminder that we don't have all the answers, and that, well, some mysteries are better left unsolved. Whether you're a die-hard believer or a staunch skeptic, there's no denying the allure of the unknown. The human mind craves answers, seeking explanations for the unexplainable, patterns in the chaos, and in the vast, empty spaces of the Nevada desert where the imagination is free to roam, it's all too easy to find meaning in the shadows. For some, the stories of Handsome Henry and the UFOs of Rachel offer a sense of comfort, a connection to something larger than themselves. They find solace in the belief that there's more to life, death, and the universe than meets the eye. Others are drawn to the thrill of the chase, the adrenaline rush of pursuing the truth, however elusive it may be. They scour the desert for evidence, poring over witness accounts, analyzing grainy photographs, always searching for that one piece of irrefutable proof that will silence the doubters and rewrite history. But even without concrete evidence, the power of belief persists. For in a world often defined by logic and reason, there's something undeniably romantic about clinging to the possibility of magic, of mystery, of something beyond our current understanding. The Nevada desert has become a battleground for one of the oldest debates in human history, faith versus reason. On one side stand the believers, the dreamers, the seekers of the extraordinary. They come to Rachel, to the extraterrestrial highway, drawn by the promise of contact, of answers, of a glimpse behind the veil of secrecy that shrouds Area 51. On the other side stand the skeptics, the scientists, those who demand evidence before belief. They see the strange lights in the sky and search for logical explanations, weather phenomena, experimental aircraft, the tricks that light and shadow can play on the human eye. The truth, as always, likely lies somewhere in between. While some sightings can be attributed to natural or man-made causes, others defy easy explanation, leaving even the most jaded observer with a sense of unease, a nagging feeling that there's more to the story than meets the eye. But whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing is certain. The mysteries of Nevada have a way of getting under your skin. They linger in the back of your mind, resurfacing when you least expect it, forcing you to confront the limits of your own understanding. Nevada's mystique is woven from equal parts history, folklore, and the vastness of its desert landscape. It's a place where the past feels ever-present, where ghost towns stand as silent testament to boom and bust cycles, and where the echoes of gunshots and whispered secrets seem to hang heavy in the air. This is a land that has always attracted those seeking fortune, freedom, or a chance to escape the confines of conventional life. It's a place where reinvention is possible, where identities can be shed like snakeskin, and where the only limits are those you impose upon yourself. And perhaps it's this sense of limitless possibility, this feeling that anything can happen, that makes Nevada such fertile ground for legends and lore. It's a place where the impossible feels tantalizingly within reach, where the line between myth and reality blurs, and where the stories we tell ourselves about the world around us take on a life of their own. So, the next time you find yourself driving down a lonely Nevada highway under the vast expanse of the desert sky, remember this: You are traveling through a land where stories are as much a part of the landscape as the mountains and the arroyos. Keep your eyes open, your mind open, and you might just catch a glimpse of something truly extraordinary. Nevada is more than just a place on a map. It's a state of mind, a realm of possibility, a canvas upon which countless stories have been painted, some true, some embellished, and some born entirely of imagination. It's a place where the past and present collide, where the natural and the supernatural intertwine, and where the human spirit is, tested and transformed. The tales of Handsome Henry and the UFOs of Rachel are just two threads in the rich tapestry of Nevada folklore. They're stories that capture the imagination, ignite debate, and remind us that there are still mysteries in this world that defy easy explanation. So, embrace the unknown. Explore the backroads, listen to the locals, and keep your eyes peeled for the unexpected. You never know what you might find in the Silver State, but one thing is certain. You'll leave with a story to tell. For in Nevada, more than perhaps anywhere else, legends aren't just remembered, they're still being written. From the haunted saloons of Elko to the watchful skies above Rachel, one thing is clear. Nevada has a powerful connection to the unexplained. It's a land where the veil between worlds seems thinner, where the whispers of the past mingle with the possibilities of the future. But why here? What is it about the Silver State that attracts the strange and the unexplained? Perhaps it's the vastness of the desert itself, a blank canvas upon which our hopes, fears, and imaginations run wild. Or maybe it's the state's history, steeped in tales of boom and bust, of fortunes won and lost, of lives lived on the edge of a knife. A place where the stakes have always been high, and the rules of polite society often fall by the wayside. Whatever the reason, there's no denying that Nevada holds a unique place in the world of the paranormal. It's a place where logic and reason collide with the unexplainable, leaving us to grapple with the mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. There's a reason why ghost stories and UFO tales continue to fascinate us, even in our age of technology and information. They tap into something primal, a deep-seated human need to believe that there's more to the world than what we can see and touch. The stories of Handsome Henry and the lights over Rachel are more than just local legends. They're mirrors reflecting our own hopes and fears. They remind us that despite all our advancements, there are still forces at work that we don't fully comprehend. And in a world that often feels increasingly predictable and mundane, there's something undeniably thrilling about the possibility of the unknown. It's a reminder that adventure still exists, that magic might still be found in the most unexpected places. So, the next time you find yourself yearning for something more, something beyond the everyday grind, remember the stories we've explored tonight. Remember the restless spirit of Handsome Henry, forever searching for his next lucky hand, and the shimmering lights above Rachel, hinting at possibilities beyond our wildest dreams. We may never know the full truth behind the mysteries of Nevada. Was Handsome Henry truly a restless spirit, or simply a product of overactive imaginations fueled by too much whiskey and the desert heat? Are the lights above Rachel visitors from another world, or something more terrestrial yet equally extraordinary? The answers, like the desert itself, remain elusive, shimmering on the horizon, always just out of reach. But perhaps that's part of the appeal. It's the search for answers, the journey into the unknown that truly captures our imaginations. So keep searching, keep wondering, and keep your eyes on the skies. The truth, as they say, is out there. And who knows, maybe one day you'll have your own Nevada story to tell. A story that will send chills down spines and make people question everything they thought they knew about the world around them. Until then, keep your minds open, your curiosity alive, and never stop exploring the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows of the Silver State.